what's happening, YouTube? I'm gonna tune in and I'm gonna talk about some positive things, but ironically and non-ironically, actually, if you want to take it biblical and not related to any of this, I got some hot water for tea, and normally every station gets it for free because no one charges for water. But there's this faggot ass nigga. I'm in fucking Chicago. You know how they get down. But fucking this nigga charged me for water. First time I ever been charged for hot water. And it's because I got caught looking at this bitch's ass. Like, yo, what? Maybe because this nigga was eyeballing me. And obviously I paid no mind. But it's just weird sauce. But aside from this subject, back on a biblical note, there's many scriptures that I can't recall at this very moment. God will do it. And maybe hearing it from a hood nigga that isn't, by societal standards, perfect by any means, or even social standards, because I'm going to say what it is, and I'm not going to sugarcoat or lie to appease people in any form or fashion. God will do it. And faith, this is a scripture. So I guess I'm not of a lack of scriptures for the actual point. And this can apply to everyone. Because remember, people are branched in, and God is there for his people. But then again, not everybody's godly. So take it how you want to take it. I don't give a damn. Shout out to Zero. God will do it, and faith without works is dead. Meaning that if you're unlike a lot of people, including palm-colored people, that are they really lackluster in God, which is sad, but if you have even any kind of belief, you can strengthen that and build your foundation. But even worse, if you lack any at all, that's even more problematic, but you're still not too far gone. But the key foundation, and I've had this conversation with different types of palm-colored people, and I broke it down and like, look, and I showed him in real time. It tripped him out. Like, he was trading. This is Mexican, by the way. So he was online trading, and I'm on the road. I don't know where the fuck I'm at. It's nighttime. I'm driving. I'm up north, somewhere near New York, I think, or some bullshit like that. And he's asking for tips on trading and whatnot, and I give him tips. And I help him make money, and I've been helping him making money back to back to back. And he's been trying to get me to go into trading. And I'm like, there's bigger fish to fry that are more lucrative in life. You just don't understand how the world works. He's young, and nigga's in his 20s. His frontal lobe isn't fully developed. And so most people in their 20s, especially to mid or even almost to 30s, their brain isn't literally even fully developed to actually hear wisdom. So, trust me, I know. So he wasn't really grasping what I was saying, but I was still giving him game on a lot of things, and I was like, look, it's simple, you can make money in it, but no matter what you endeavor in, without, like, no matter how wise you are, regardless of what age you are, without faith, you're fucked. Just to put it straight and simple. God will do it for you, but you have to do it through God and for God and with God, if that makes any sense. And he was hearing me out. He said, oh, damn. I said, oh, damn. And I was breaking it down. I was like, look, people don't change. Industries don't change. It's quite predictable. Like, he's like, yeah, man, we're just the same, and we're black sheep. I'm not a black sheep. I'm intelligent. Intelligent people are outcasted instinctually. You have to be odd to be number one, you know. So that's when I started breaking it down to him. I'm like, you have to start thinking outside the box, and the best way to be lucrative is by realizing most people stay in the box for the rest of their lives. Most of their lives. And I guess that's okay for box-minded people. And he's like, well, and then I kind of broke it down to him, and I guess I shoved his ass right back in his mama's pussy. We stopped talking other than like random Instagram DMs after that, because I was like, look, these people are predictable. I made him what, $200 that night? He could have made a lot more, but I was like, if you don't have faith, you can't win. Like, if you're not right within, you can't win. And I'm trying to break it down to him, but he feigned like he understood the God talk I'm talking, but he doesn't. And obviously it shows. He lost money more, and then he said, oh, I made more money. He lost money by not listening to me. So I think it's gonna go this way. And it's like, there's big fish that move the market, and they think a certain way, and people think a certain way, and you're not the only person, you're not the only box thinker in the world, and most people thinking boxes. And most people that think in boxes don't have any faith, and they don't believe in God. And these people can be led by the nose ring, left and right, to and fro. And that really hurt his feelings, and that really shut him up, because I guess people don't want to be shown that they're not as special. And the thing is, you can become special like that just by stop thinking in the box. But then again, that requires faith and courage. Most things people haven't developed or don't want to develop, not a fucking bit. And it's like, I know a lot on these videos and in real life, because I am who I am, wherever you find me, however you find me. But I come off offensive, but this is pretty much the brunt of what I mean. And it hurt his feelings. And so he changed the subject. He tried to get it on, like he's a negative feeder, an energy vampire. And we talked about some conspiracy energy vampire weird shit, and then he tried to bring it to the gender divide. I'm like, I love women, dude. Don't get it twisted, bro. And it's an energetic divide that's going on, and they have been misled. And I'm a man first. I lead, and I'm not led. I'm not led by bitches or bitch women or bitch niggas. I'm not led by any of those things. And then he tried to lead to about like, oh, it's like, I'm like, nigga, I remember what it was. I was like, think positive. Think positive. I'm just giving an example of one person. There's a lot of people that are exactly the same in a very negative mindset. I'm like, think positive. This is why I don't talk to people that much. I only fuck with a very few select people. But think positive. Like, what are you planning to do? What do you have? What are your aspirations? And this is what I'm noticing about people I grew up with, and this is why we don't kick it and we don't hang around. It's been over since high school, almost 20 years. Almost. I'm fucking 39. And ain't shit changed. Me and J. Cole are the same age. Ain't shit changed in your life. Well, J. Cole's older, but me, ain't shit changed in your life. Like, nothing has changed. Like, you may get a little bit, some people are in a higher echelon or middle class, but that's it. Nothing has changed in your life. Your aspirations, your dreams, your goals, all are being sold down the line. And it usually stops at high school. As soon as you get out of high school, you're dead. You're dead inside. And I tried to break it down to him, and he's like, well, I want to be a cook. He's Mexican, so he's the cousin of the nigga that I've known since high school. And he's like, I want to be a cook. And I was like, look, nigga. He's like, I've been working for so long, and they got me training people, and I'm like, and I need a raise, and I've been so you mean to tell me you're training your replacements, and he's not even giving you a raise, and you're doing more work for the same amount of cash? That's, like, I didn't say, but I think he's intelligent enough to figure out, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm giving him too much credit, but he kind of figured out at the moment he's a slave. Like, I made a joke, it's like, you going to go ask your boss? And I think that's what we got off the phone. He's like, yo, he's like, sir, please, senor, I've been working here for 2.5 years, and I train people, can I please get a raise? He's like, no, nigga, I told him that's what his boss said. His boss will say to his ass. His boss will say that because you're a happy slave. You have no aspirations for yourself, even in the field that you like doing. You have no goals. You have no life purpose, even in the things that you want. You have no faith. You have no nuts. You have nothing. Like faith and nuts are synonymous. And like it takes certain qualities of being a fucking man to get what God has given to you. It's an umbrella. God, man, of course, God, Christ, which is in us, hopefully, man, woman, child, society, etc. But people say Lord, Lord, but it's vain. It's bullshit. And I know this, and I need to stop having this vain, weird hope to it. And I hate being pessimistic, as you can tell. I know I'm an asshole, but I'm not pessimistic. It's a lot of people confuse the two. But God will do it. And now I'll speak on a personal point. A lot of people, ironically, of those same creed that are friends or family or associates or bitches I fucked with or just all kinds of weird shit, that all seem to share the same trait of weird pessimism or anti-godliness in some form or fashion. They're like, you need somebody, or they insinuate. They're so insecure that a lot of these weird things they insinuate or try to get out and relate to a person or me or others they have in their life, they're too insecure to even express the negativity they want to express directly. But they do try to express like, you need somebody. No, you need God. I think I'm right before you are. I think you need God. I think you need the creator of all things before you need the creation that was created by the creator of all things. I think you need faith. I think you need faith to believe in God and believe in yourself and the God within you before you need to believe in people that will inevitably, 9 times out of 10, given a long enough time span and a big enough offer, fuck you over and put you lower than when you started. Like, I think, and you can't, people aren't intelligent enough to have this long of, well, some people are. I still have real niggas I can sit down and chop with, but those are very few. Those are true gems. And there's a lot of people out there, and I know in Texas, I'm from Texas, a lot of real ass niggas from Texas, and in general in the South. The more up north I get, the thinner air is, I think, the more damage it is to the brain cell. I don't know. I have no idea, man. I need to get back to the South. But I'm living proof, and I'm not going to expose it on here, but things are accelerating super fast by multiple things I've done. Removing ungodly people. Light and darkness have no acquaintances. You can't be unequally yoked. I'm unequally yoked with creatures. I want to call them people, but you're sniveling, you're weak, you're cowardice, you're bitter, you're a backbiter, you're a shit talker, you're a bitch by nature. And if you're a female, you're a dude without a dick. You're weird. You're weird. You're weird. You're weird. And if I link to you in any form or fashion, literally by your weak legs, you're gonna drag me down. And then I have to carry your load plus mine. And then more than likely, since you're ass backwards, you're going to be making us go in a goddamn circle. A yoke is the thing that you put on an ox to pull loads. Ironically, as I'm a trucking motherfucker. But, like, in a Bible reference, which is great analogies there. But, light and darkness have no acquaintances. And the Bible says that bad company corrupts good manners. And they all have different nuances for the similar thing. They all have different meanings, believe it or not. But by holding space for something that is chopping your hand off, you're doing yourself and people that would have futurely benefited from your handout a disservice, a great disservice. You're doing people that God has strengthened your arms to pick somebody up, a great disservice, as well as yourself. And existence is about helping others, most importantly, than just being yourself. Like, godly people understand this. Like, you tell the other person, fuck that nigga, fuck the other person, fuck that nigga, fuck this whole, fuck, you know what I mean? Those people, yeah, fuck them niggas. Like, that's the only time I would say fuck them niggas. And that's why you hear me talk about palm-colored people the way I do. Fuck them niggas. Like, for real. Not all, but yeah, fuck them niggas. And that's my idea of saying it. If they're not like that, then please excuse me. I'm not talking about you. And I'm a spirit judger and a heart reader instantaneously without you having to say a word. I can sense and I can taste your spirit. So don't worry. If you think you're being misjudged, or if you express you're being misjudged, you're probably not. But I digress. My point is, God will do it. I promise you, from a nigga that elevated really quickly, even while being dragged down by multiple dead weights, and now God has bestowed me and exposed to me how trash people that look human are, and how I have to differentiate. Just like you don't see rich people, they don't fuck with a lot of people. You don't even see them people unless you go on their side of town. And unless you know how to speak with a certain demeanor and hold yourself properly, they won't associate with you at all. I've associated with rich people, but they won't associate the same way. You're the heir. Isaiah 54:17. You're an heir of the Most High. You have to, and there's no more royalty than that. You're going to have to disassociate from certain things. But then again, I've said enough, and I can't keep beating a dead horse. God will do it for you. And like I like to say, God knows your value, but do you. Don't get distracted, my niggas. Do you. Like and subscribe.